played. What a result. These are the great days, aren't they, Martin? Man City, the champions here, and not just beaten, but really well beaten. 5-1.
Yeah, it was a top game, top performance, and yeah, with the fans, the atmosphere, and in the end, the score sheet like that is, can't be better, so very happy.
Kai, how did you do it?
Yeah, I think we managed to press them quite well. Didn't give them much time. I mean, still they're a top team, and sometimes they beat the press, but I think our energy was good. We used our chances, and at the end, I think it was a good game.
So you two are absolutely key to that press, leading that press. What is key to getting that right? You know, like going, but maybe not going too early, luring them in, that kind of thing?
I think it's the timing, you know. I mean, we train it a lot of times, and I think it's not only us two, it's everyone. I think when we push and go to the defensive players, everyone needs to push through, and I think the energy there is very important, and obviously we are the first ones to press, but the rest of the team, they're doing it excellent as well.
And of course it all started with you two, Kai laying on your goal for you, Martin. Just a word for Kai. I mean, you all love him, you can hear the crowd love him. How important is he to this team?
Yeah, massive impact again today. You know, you see everything he does. He score again, assist. He's always there. You know, with and without the ball, massive impact. So yeah, top player. So yeah, good to have him in the team.
Yeah, pleased to see the goal go in, obviously. But I mean, I won't go into too many history books, but you've had to wait a little bit for the goal.
Yeah, yeah, it was about time. It was good, you know. And after we didn't stop, we just kept on going. And in the end, I think we got what we deserved, and yeah, it was a good one.
Okay, lovely, confident finish for your goal. How did you feel seeing that go in?
Yeah, it was nice. And obviously I was very happy.
Did you just, when Martin was talking about you, did you just say not enough, something like that when Martin was talking? Just as Martin was talking about you a second ago?
No, I said it's enough because he was so positive about me.
Yeah, you're quite a partnership, you two, aren't you, Martin?
Yeah, we have a good connection. You know, we understand each other. You know, I know where he wants the ball and where he wants to move, and yeah, intelligent player. You know, so it's good to play with him, and yeah, not just him, the whole team. I think we have a great connection. You know, everyone, and we know each other so well now, and yeah, you can really see that on the pitch.
Well done, guys. Brilliant.
Thank you.
It was a thumping, convincing win for Arsenal against Manchester City. Did you see that coming at half-time, Thierry?
No, not half time, I'll be honest, because I felt there was like a bit of a drop after the goal that we scored.
Do you think that was a deliberate drop? Do you think that was very much a concerted plan to get in front?
No, I don't think so. I've seen that so many times this year at the Emirates where we go ahead early and then we kind of passive with it. And I do believe, and I said it so many times, when we are on the front foot and we go and put pressure and we play higher, and obviously here at the Emirates also, nobody can live with us. But we gave Man City the opportunity, as you mentioned, to be in and around the box, put crosses in, and then Alan did what Alan does. And then once we again had to score a goal, we went back up, putting pressure. Yes, I know Phil Foden missed the pass, but we were there. We were higher to go and put pressure, and then the rest is history. We'll know about it. So I don't know why, even after the 1-0, you don't carry on playing the same way and being way higher.
But you just think what difference a 5-1 makes as opposed to a 2-1 to a team. Tell us.
Yeah, I just think confidence, isn't it? I think when we thought about this game today, is could they do it in a big moment? And I think today they took their moment really well, Arsenal. Obviously, City wasn't great, but yeah, you've got to give credit to Arsenal.
Well, here is another of their successful team today, Declan Rice, who joins us live from the tunnel area downstairs. Congratulations to you, Declan. Not sure if you heard the guys there just talking about how emphatic it was in the end and how important it was to make such a statement. Did you feel that?
Yeah, for sure. I think the scoreline in the end, 5-1, is an unbelievable score. I think from the moment we stepped out on that pitch today, we had that fire in our belly. We really wanted to win the game, obviously, from what happened at the Etihad at the start of the season. We really wanted to go out there and amend that, and I think we did. But up until they scored the goal, I thought it was an even game, to be honest. I thought they still posed a really good threat. They had a lot of the ball. We had to sit deep at times. And Man City, look, we won 5-1, but they're still a top side and they can still punish teams. And when it went 1-0, you maybe think that the momentum might shift. But, you know, in the end, then we kept pushing and we won the ball off another high press, got the goal of Thomas. And then from that moment, we kept to push on. And in the end, to win 5-1 was top. But I thought it was a really tough game. Well, I felt that out there anyway.
Just regarding the feeling amongst your group going into the game, Declan, how much did you talk about the first game and the bad blood that was obviously there between the two teams?
Yeah, look, I think this is a thing that's been building up over a certain amount of time. Obviously, they nicked the title off Arsenal the year. Obviously, I wasn't here, and then last year they beat us to the title. So it's been hard to accept that. And then obviously with the Etihad at the start of the season and everything that went on there, you do kind of have that, like I said, that fire in your stomach to want to come out here today at your home stadium and try amend that. And you know, in the end we did, and we're so happy. The boys are buzzing in there, but there's still such a long way to go. Obviously, we've beat them today. We now go on to Wednesday, which is massive, and we've got to keep pushing because we're still a couple of points off the top, and that's where we want to be. So yeah, we've got to keep going.
Declan, you were man of the match today, and a couple of assists, a pre-assist as well, I think, on the first goal, and that's something you've been questioned for since you've come to Arsenal. So how pleased were you with how it went for you personally today?
Yeah, so happy. Obviously helped on the first one. I think Kai, I won the tackle on the second one. He could have scored, and then to obviously get the two in the second half, especially the last one. Don't think a lot of people think I've got that in my locker, but I see that 5 seconds before and knew I was going to play that pass out to Ethan before Gabby even sent me the ball. So to get 2 assists was really, really big. I need to keep adding assists and goals to my game, especially if I'm going to keep playing the number 8 position. It obviously gets spoken about a lot, but it's something I'm putting the demands on myself much more. So as long as I can keep helping the team, I'm feeling way better in myself than I did at the start of the season. So just got to keep going and helping this club, you know, try and achieve silverware, which is why I'm here and why everyone else is here.
Declan, this is Terry. Well done for the win. I wanted to ask you something. We were talking to obviously Martin Odegaard before and Kai Havertz, and people were praising on how they were pressing, obviously. But how is it to play right behind them, and also with the work that the wingers are doing on the side for you? I'm sure it's easier to be able to concentrate on staying in the middle and not going too wide, because you know the pressing is on point on the side.
You're spot on. I think, honestly, the manager gives us absolutely everything tactically, right down to the last thing you could even imagine. Like, we're the only ones that have to go out there and do that. You know, the press is all set up from him, and how we play and how we press and everything. So for me, I know my role. I knew who I had to mark. I knew how I could press and win the ball back today. And like you said, I think Martin and Kai, they go under the radar, especially Martin, just because people think he's a luxury player, and you know, he's there to get on the ball and play. His pressing and the way he gets after the ball and sets the team off is outstanding, and especially Kai as well. I'm so happy for him. There's obviously so much talk around him, but what he offers us as a team is unbelievable. And you know, these guys are top, and you know, we're all top, but we have to keep going. You know, we need to keep pushing, and let's see where the season can go. But today was a really good day, and it's been one of the best days since I've been at Arsenal. So yeah, let's keep pushing.
Thank you.
Declan, you were involved in the title race last season, your first experience of that. You just come short with Manchester City. Is there anything you may be going about differently in terms of maybe, with it being Liverpool this season, you know, look at each other's results? Is there something that you've learned from last year's experience that you can use to your benefit this season?
Well, do you know what? Liverpool are still quite far in front, especially with the game in hand, and with them winning obviously yesterday. You know that, well, we know going into the game that we have to win these games. It's more disappointing, Cara, that it's the games like the Villas where we're 2-0 up and we drop them type of points. The Brightons away where we're winning, where we could be up there closer to Liverpool. But look, like the manager says every time, you know, we'll be there, we'll keep pushing, and we do need other teams to help us. But Liverpool, credit to them, you know, they've been really, really good so far. They've got top players, and it's down to us to hunt them. They've got themselves in this position. So look, there's respect to them, but we obviously know the goal that we want, and then that's to hunt them down and obviously to win the Premier League. That's what we want to do. Still a long way to go. Still so many games to play, but we need to stay positive and keep taking each game as it comes, and I'm sure we'll be fine.
I love your message, Declan. You want to hunt them down. I tell you what, that performance, that result has got Jamie twitchy anyway in here. That's the good news. That's the good news. But listen, you were Gary Neville's player of the match. That was backed by everybody in the studio as well, I have to say, Declan. And there is the trophy. Congratulations on a great performance.
Have a good day.
Well done.
Thank you. See you later.
Declan Rice.
You're a bit sheepish now, aren't you?
It wasn't that game, it was the Tottenham game.
Well, actually, Jamie, you made the point before the game in saying that he was, for you, the key man. If he turned up, that you didn't feel that City's midfield could live with him.
Listen, that's not anything special to say. I think we've seen that, you know, in the last few weeks, whoever City came up against. But I almost feel it sometimes that I'm almost one of Declan Rice's biggest supporters, because I do find myself scratching my head when I see people criticise him and you sort of asking for more goals and assists. Now, I know the game in the last sort of 10, 15 years, especially on the show that we do, tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, we look at numbers and analyse things. And I think when you played alongside Patrick Vieira and Emmanuel Petit were behind you in midfield, they were two of the greatest midfield players in the world at that time and two of the greatest midfield players we've ever seen in the Premier League. I don't remember anyone talking about how many goals or assists they got. Now, they chip in, they didn't get a lot, probably 5 or 6 a season. For me, Declan Rice is one of those type of all-round midfield players, a little like Roy Keane, a little bit. And he said he's playing in the number 8 position, so he's playing a little bit higher. But for me, he's almost like a throwback to a midfield player who used to play in a 4-4-2 system. He could do a bit of everything. Now, for me, I think he's a wonderful player. I think his passing range is vastly underrated. You see that with the pass he put out there, but I see him in terms of build up and getting on the ball, his power, everything about him is pressing early on. He's just, for me, he's an absolute, a wonderful midfield player.
An outstanding performance, player of the match, a couple of assists and a pre-assist as well that you
Roberto Martinez.
And you could obviously sense that Declan's really keen to build on his numbers.